Opportunities are created. And 2022 saw innovative volunteerism actors creating opportunities across the entire world and continent. A person is a person because of other people. This African proverb analogizes the essence of innovative volunteerism, which has been manifested throughout the entire 2022 and summed up in symbiosis. No one ever goes ahead by ignoring their strength. The powerhouse of transformational development across the world and Africa, which forms up to 60% of the continent, her youth, and the informal sector, which engages over 80% of Africa's active population, cannot be ignored. Through innovative volunteerism, we have seen the youth guided to engage with the informal sector collaboratively, and together they have shown the power of symbiosis. Across every corner, they have demonstrated the inherent potential of tapping into Africa's powerhouse to address three of the leading triple planetary crises of our time: climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, and waste. And they've done so in style by turning these challenges into enterprise opportunities that go a long way to put food on the table and more money in more pockets. From Uganda, in the eastern part of Africa, to Cameroon, in the central part of Africa, to Nigeria, in the western part of Africa, to Botswana, in the southern part of Africa, and the entire African continent, innovative volunteerism actors have engaged with passion and devised innovative environmental solutions that are turning challenges to opportunities for many and millions across the continent. In Uganda, we've seen young people stood up and say enough to complaining, and they have been structurally guided to develop and decentralize climate action solutions, of solar dryers to agro value chain actors, to enable them to add value and increase the shelf life of the perishables of communities. This is impact. As a result, we are seeing communities post-harvest losses reduced by up to 85%, with income increased by up to 3.8% for both men and women. That's impact. The solutions are enhancing gender inclusion, with women increasing their savings by up to 50%, while young people are maintaining solar dryers and earning up to $141 in just 3 months. This is big money because this is the starting point. In combating pollution, young people have been structurally guided to recover agricultural waste, and they're converting these into clean cooking fuel briquettes that are up to 4 times cheaper than charcoal, and they're substituting charcoal and reducing indoor pollution. Charcoal, worth over $1,500, was displaced, and over 800 families shifted from charcoal to fuel briquettes in just 3 months. Considering that women produce most of the food in Africa, including in Uganda, up to 74% of beneficiary trainings on the application of nature-based approaches that revitalize our soils, that protect our water towers, that enhance our pollinators. Among key benefits were women. This is a highly strategic aspect because it entrusts the task of protecting and enhancing the ecological base of producing our food to the largest constituency of our actors, our mothers, our aunties, our sisters in rural Africa. We cannot ignore this transformational change that is happening in the continent today. In Nigeria, young people have been guided through the spirit of innovative volunteerism to turn waste into fuel briquettes, resulting in up to 90% of beneficiaries being women in communities. Women are the highest risk groups from indoor pollution that kills over 700,000 Africans every year. But innovative volunteerism actors in Nigeria have led the way in shining the light of solution, switching from charcoal to fuel briquettes, have seen average weekly savings by up to $32 in a household in Nasarawa State. Nasarawa State, where young people have been engaged in decentralizing and developing solar dryers to processors of Gari, a key staple in Nigeria. The solar dryers have seen better quality products of Gari earn up to $11 per kilo in the market. This is impact. In Cameroon, nature-based solutions have been applied in developing and marketing nature-based inputs of fertilizers and pesticides, seeing a total land area under nature-based solutions increase by 920 acres in less than a year. This is marvelous. This is impact. Because the application of these and of solar dryers have seen post-harvest losses reduced by 90% in rural areas. And this is impact. The share life of perishables increased by 50%. The use of digital tools has enabled efficient, low-cost market linkages that enhance earnings. As a result of these, savings and membership in local cooperatives called Njangis and Tongtings have increased, with over 2,000 more women and 200 youth being able to save enough and have joined local cooperatives. This is impact. In addition, a new model of symbiosis based on in-kind contribution have been demonstrated in Cameroon by innovative volunteerism actors, specifically young people, have been guided to provide technical skills while community members are providing unskilled labor and materials, and together they have set up a 20 cubic meter biodigester. This is impact. You know what? The gas and the fertilizer produced from this biodigester continue to be harvested for community use and for sale. Proceeds from these sales are invested in a community cooperative to expand and build more biodigester. But most importantly, these actions have tapped into critical enablers of sustainability. They've tapped into critical enablers of sustainability and expansion. They have tapped into communal cooperatives as innovative financing tools to de-risk savings and investments in these climate action solutions at the community level. That is groundbreaking because, let's face it, they have tapped into local governance structures to encourage more community members lobbying for environmental enterprise action to be integrated into local governance structures in Nasarawa, in the Buganda Kingdom. This is impressive. And more importantly, data in success stories from these have bridged science policy gaps to inform practical policy implementation pathways that are critical to enabling further expansion of these solutions. For example, in Uganda, data on the efficacy of solar dryers has informed the development of the first ever solar dryer standard in the entire African continent, which is a critical incentive to expand enterprise action in developing climate action solutions of solar dryers. This is impact. In Cameroon, data informed implementation pathways of revised climate commitments called indices to increase investments in biodigester by up to 10%. In Nigeria, data has informed the entrepreneurship curriculum at Nasarawa State University to train future entrepreneurs in climate action solutions. And an inaugural class of over 30 learners is already underway. This is impact. And you know what? A new center to ensure continuous learning has been set up in Nasarawa State University at Kefi in Botswana. A similar development has occurred with the setting up of an entrepreneurial climate action training center hosted at the Bar Esago University. Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the innovative volunteerism spirit and incubation space is sweeping like wildfire across the continent. The journey has taken us this far because of the active innovative volunteerism actors, the ability to learn from every failure instead of being discouraged and quitting. It has taken fortitude to remind us that under numerous discouragements and difficulties, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. It takes selflessness to put solutions on the table. Just like he who learned teaches, this splendid example is shining a light across all corners of the world to light more touches of solutions. I encourage each and every one of you who are listening to me today not to miss the opportunity to tap into these solution spaces, because we know that together we can make a positive difference by putting poverty on the run and prosperity into the cockpit of progress. These innovative volunteerism actions that are happening across the continent should be an example to the entire world, because we know that solutions are created by the willing, and each and every one of us can be that willing. Thank you.
In life, let us do so, remembering the words of the scripture in the parable of the talent, knowing that the creator of heaven and earth are way to reward those who selflessly apply their talent to offer value to him by being useful to fellow man.